On play action, it's Garoppolo. Rush coming, and he's taken down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
Here we go.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17.
21.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Check 43.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Here we go. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Garoppolo now. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. Yeah, boy, from up here, I don't think Johnson got there. No, he did not. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Here we go. At their own 16-yard line. Down, ready, 54, down, back 25. We won. Coming my way, 82,
They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down now, Peyton will be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Makes it 3rd and 2. Ready, 25, 39. I'm coming after you.
3rd and 2, now Ryan. That's caught by Montgomery. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Hey, ready, 280. Pick it up, guys, pick it up. 2 times. 280.
They'll run on 1st down. Peyton. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
All day.
From the 29, Ryan. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
On 1st down, Peyton. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Ryan. Open man is Trey Burton. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 19. We're scoreless after 1. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he'll get this down only to the 18. The tackle made there by Jared Davis.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
21, 58.
They run the counter. Peyton. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a good gain of 11. Sets them up 1st and goal.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. Now they'll throw it with Ryan. Dancing to his left. And Miller will pull this one in. He's got it for the Bears touchdown. 8 yards on the touchdown pass as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now Garoppolo. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice, that it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
A boost here to start the drive after the penalty. It's 1st and 5. And they give this time to the tailback. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Well, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Ready, 280. 51. And let's get him home.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. 180! 59!
The first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Here's Johnson. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. There's Garoppolo to throw. And that is incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The run on 1st down gets them a couple up to the 27. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Flushed out right. Going deep this time for Miller. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. He violated a big-time no-no in throwing that pick. Rolling right, throwing across his body.
And you know that your dad taught you that in the backyard when you were a tyke.
Yep.
Don't do it. The problem, every now and then you get away with it. This time, not the case.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watched that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not any chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And the defense obviously expecting run as well, as they're going to shut that one down at the line of scrimmage. So we reach halftime here at our first Monday Nighter of the season, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 14 yards into Chicago, first down.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, but what a nice job improvising, finding other options, and completing the pass anyway.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Get down! Ready! Right 25! Check!
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll run on first down. It's Montgomery. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack.
Mike, 280.
Mike, 5-4. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
25 tonight. 25 tonight.
3rd and long. It's Ryan. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
21.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. Nifty move. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Here we go.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Garoppolo. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
Here we go.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Johnson on the counter. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
21.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Robert Quinn in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
And now a shot into coverage downfield is complete. 25 yards that time. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
Garoppolo looks to throw. Screenplay, Johnson. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Ready?
Play action. Garoppolo. He's going to let this one go deep. And this throw will be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
25, 51, down.
On first down, Peyton. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Back 25. Get up.
They'll keep it on the ground. Peyton. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. The Bears on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. From the gun, it's Ryan. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And he stopped immediately there. Eddie Jackson with a tackle. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Forced out to his left. There he goes inside the 30. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, as far as plays go, there's nothing to write home about on that one because that one gets some negative yardage. But if you do want to find a positive, he found a way to get out of bounds and stop the clock.
To Johnson again. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Lions have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now a give, right side. Peyton. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to throw. It's caught. It's Miller. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Throwing now is Ryan. And he finds Montgomery complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
They'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. A great Monday night to wrap up the week in football. 2 division rivals and a great finish ahead as we come up on 1st and 10. Now left side on the swing pass.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, South. 54's Mike. 54's Mike.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Fielded about a yard deep. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Justin Coleman. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
Here we go, here we go. No gain on this defense, no gain. Set hunt.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
A loss of a yard on the play, and it's 3rd down.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. And now I'm listening to you. So for Detroit, it'll be a happy trip home as they start the season with a road victory here on a Monday night. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis.